and we're live. Here with me to talk about the Xbox showcase from 2022. The disastrous showcase is what I'm calling it.
Jeez. I mean, I think you're being a little harsh.
Oh, they had like 2 good games there, maybe
Yeah.
2 good
I mean,
games.
to be fair though, the industry has been, dealing with like a bunch of things recently.
Oh yeah,
They pretty much will announce that this year was going to be a lot weaker than other years. I mean, outside of Elden Ring, of course.
oh yeah,
uh, yeah, the Sony one or whatever, and the Summers Games Fest one wasn't
oh yeah.
good
Pretty
either. So
little shows. But Bethesda had the big grand stay. I mean, I keep calling Xbox Bethesda because that's all they got. I'm
eh,
sorry. That's all they got is
I
Bethesda
don't know
making their
about that.
games
With
here.
what they showed, I mean, seems like Bethesda has nothing.
Oh, doof. Woof.
Holy shit! But yeah, Microsoft basically announced,
Yeah.
like 6 months ago. Yeah, we're basically just being going to be showing mainly games that are already coming out, announced, just showing what
Mhm.
we have, and in like a certain time frame in 2023, it's going to be what we're showing the majority of their stuff. So yeah, going into this, most people expected to be weak because of that, but for
And
reasons, this was still disappointing.
oh yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
don't think it was completely trash or anything, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like the way people are clowning them over Starfield versus No Man's Sky is just hilarious on Twitter right now. I
Hmm.
feel like, was that a real thing from IGN? Them comparing No Man's Sky to Bethesda? Was that a real thing, or was it
Hmm.
somebody
I
clowning?
think I
I think that
think
was
it
real.
might be a real. I don't know if it was IGN. I didn't check, but it's a real thing someone made. Yeah,
Hilarious.
definitely. Holy
Hilarious.
shit.
No, no, no. I'll pull that up later. We'll watch. We'll go watch some demos
Yeah.
here in this
It's like you can
stream.
see details
Yeah.
in those comparisons. Like, yeah, obviously, like you can tell one's a like independent game that came out that's older and more goes for the artsy field and like actual in-depth graphics, but
Mhm,
still, holy shit! Just because Bethesda's engine is out of date, like
mhm.
God,
It's real bad.
uh,
Real bad. Let's go ahead and look at one of the shots from Bethesda's new game, Starfield. Uh,
amazing.
a shot that's taking the world by storm on Twitter is the
Did they,
cross-eyed
did
lady.
they not know how to like? Holy fuck! It's just every single one of these games I see Bethesda makes. It's like they haven't tried updating the hair at all in recent years. It still looks so shit.
Like, why can't they get the characters' eyes right too? Like, I don't understand. Like, just get them right. Make them look.
Maybe they have like a disorder.
Yeah. Get that lazy eye going here.
Yeah, well, they just watched this Starfield trailer. I would have it too.
100%. Uh, but I guess before we get into some of the other disastrous things from this press conference thing, that was going to be the E3 showcase. This was going to be like their E3 thing before they canceled E3, of course. Um, yeah, before we get to that, let's get into some of the more positive things. You liked, what was that game? That shooter, the Redfall game. You liked
For
that one.
what it was, I was surprised about it. I didn't expect much, but yeah, and basically because they couldn't have Deathloop on Xbox, they made the deal with Bethesda and them. But at the time, they said Deathloop would be an exclusive on PlayStation, and I'm sure in the future they'll get it on Xbox eventually. But for now, yeah. So this was sort of like a side project. They made it for the time being, Arcane for them,
Oh,
and yeah, not many people expected much from it, and it definitely isn't perfect. The one thing I don't like about it the most is sort of like the edgy comedy.
all right. Well, let's take a look at it right now. We're gonna pause and stuff as the trailers go, but yeah, let's take a look at it. Play that Redfall. Um, Obviously Bethesda Softworks, of course. Because that's what they got on Xbox is Bethesda right now.
Mm.
Rumor has it
Uh,
something's off at the church.
Pre-beta.
Blood
Why
on
don't
the
they just say
baptismal
alpha?
font,
I don't know.
and pastor's gone missing.
Pre-beta.
My genius plan was to investigate it alone.
Alone. Actually, I mean, guns look all right.
I don't know if they're just being like misleading
Of
here
course.
with this
Yeah.
gameplay by saying there's like some stealth aspects to it, or if basically before each action battle there's stealth to start out with like we've seen another scene later on. But yeah,
Now I know Bethesda Softworks is producing it, but who's actually making it? Who's developing it?
well, Arcane, yeah.
Arcane? Yeah.
Yeah, again, their size studios like that, they make the best stuff. The actual Bethesda studios, fuck,
I know, right?
we've been watching
It-
stuff for years.
Yeah. Obsidian was a great
Yeah.
made the best Fallout game, of course.
Mhm. Yeah, now the main thing about a game like this that's trying to just be kind of like Left 4 Dead, but better, more world building, and but with vampires, is for it to be fun.
Oh yeah.
And it looks pretty fun to me, but
Yeah, but definitely people were comparing to Left 4 Dead for sure.
mhm.
That was definitely the main comparison I was seeing.
And that's a fair comparison. I hate people saying it's a clone, though, and bad clone. It's like I don't get those people.
But it definitely, it does look like another shooter for sure. Like you know, we got a shotgun, we got a pistol.
Jacob.
I'm wondering like what else is the game gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Redfall used to look like it
Redfall.
was straight out of a postcard.
Massachusetts.
Has some like
Picture us
artwork there
island
similar
coast
to
of
Left 4 Dead, yeah.
Massachusetts, the
Mm.
bustling historic downtown, the seafront district, and the old
There's definitely more of
lighthouse.
this like cell shaded thing going on.
Then
Mm-hmm.
something happened.
A bunch of games are doing that now. I don't know if I'm a fan of it.
People started vanishing, and those who didn't sold out big time. Fast forward, basically everyone's either a vampire, a cultist trying to become a vampire, or dead. And these aren't just trashy movie vampires. These monsters blocked out the sun and pushed back all the water. Totally cut us off from the outside world.
Totally.
Gotta admit though, if I have to be stuck on an island full of vampires, I'm glad it's with y'all.
Feelings mutual, I guess.
Aw, thanks, Jacob.
So
Yeah,
these
I
are the
don't-
different buildings with the
We've also got
characters.
Remy, our engineer genius. And
I don't
that
doubt
little
that it
robot
might
buddy.
be popular for like a couple months. I don't doubt that.
Mhm.
He's a good
Well,
Well, I just hope
I'm-
there's good single player main
And
thing.
our resident
Oh,
expert on
It doesn't
all
seem like it. It
things
seems like a more
freaky.
co-op thing actually.
Well, you can play single, but yeah, does seem
Last
cool.
but not least, yours truly. I have these weird.
But like you know, Gotham City Imposters was like a popular multiplayer
Mhm.
shooter for a while.
Yeah.
But that game could be popular.
Yeah,
Like,
well, again, this doesn't seem like too technical, but it seems like fun enough with the mechanics, like comfortable from what I see. Has objectives, good objectives there, like enough side things to collect.
Festival grounds. Let's start there. Ghosting
You can
out.
see more areas there with the world building, sort of like Left 4 Dead maps.
yeah, Stealth Boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's I think every mission like
Let's just
starts
get
out
this
like
done.
this, and then yeah, they notice you.
Oh shit! Blood bag.
Blood bag. Oh my god, they explode. I've never seen that before. I've never seen an enemy that explodes.
Going up.
Dude, if they have the spitters from Left 4 Dead or stuff, like it's
Yeah.
every character type. You know, vampires though. I mean, that's different from zombies, so you gotta give them credit. You know what I'm saying? Could have easily been zombies.
My cryptid hunter's intuition tells me there's a nest nearby.
Your what?
Duff, that's not a thing.
Found something.
Oh, now I simply must go in there.
What is that? Where does it go?
Ooh.
Some kind of collective consciousness. That's impossible.
There's the movie
Trippy.
theater. I used to come here all the
In case you want to
time.
take some shrooms,
Why'd they have
this
to
might
mess
be a
this
good
up
game
for
to
me?
do it with.
And I really don't like some of the edgy comedy in this. That's the worst part. Sort of like Back for Blood's shitty characters.
Oh, yeah. Right? Like, who would really talk like that in this situation, too?
Yeah.
Pretty sure you'd be losing your mind.
always want to sip their tea.
That's
Well,
the
you
one
know,
thing
get your-
Valve did with Left 4 Dead. They actually made the characters realistic. They're
Yeah.
being placed in a apocalyptic world. But yeah, so as you can see, like, it's nothing special, but again, this is basically just like a side project. So I mean, going into it, yeah, I didn't expect much. I just, as long as it just felt good and it looked fun enough to play, like, get into, then that was good enough for me. And I mean, and also haven't really been a fan of like those co-op shooter games like that in a while, and with disappointments like Back for Blood and Vampires usually bore me, but yeah, I found that to be kind of fun enough.
That was Redfall, for anybody wondering.
Hmm.
But I feel like it should have been called Bite Back. I feel like that's a better title. What was this
Yeah.
title right here?
Oh, that is the city,
that's
but
a better title right there. Bite Back.
yeah, well, that's
Why
gonna be
not?
the slogan, but
Gotham Knights got a new trailer. Graphics, the game mechanics look better. So let's hope. So after that last trailer they had for that Gotham Knights, let's fucking hope. Fucking shit, it got better.
yeah, well, honestly, again, I don't have
It
much
reminded me of
hope.
Deathloop. Like, the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, this seems like another Deathloop type of like shooter, where it's just like it's a
Yeah,
fun
well,
little shooter
different
with
like
some cool
mechanics, yeah,
guns.
but
yeah,
I'm
not
kind
expecting
of cool with
much.
that, honestly, because Deathloop, I found, a lot of fun and pretty great, even with its apparent issues. So I thought it was pretty unique in areas for a shooter like that. Yeah, so Gotham Knights. So like again, Kavar, I don't have the most like hope for that from like what I saw so far, but the studio working on it though, like, didn't they work on games like the Guardians of the Galaxy one and stuff?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and those were games that surprised everyone. Amazing games, some of the best of the years. That like Titanfall 2 went under the radar, sadly. For
that was a great game too. Titanfall.
yeah,
2. Yeah.
because of the utter superhero games that before it, like of that trash Avengers, so it made everybody not want to try like Guardians out and stuff, even though they're amazing games. But yeah, so they're the same people making Gotham Knights. So I mean, I don't really care what like the trailers right now show. I'll give it a chance just because I trust those people making it now. But yeah, so I
High
hope
on
you're
Life.
right though with saying they look better in the new trailer.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope to God. Let's hope to God that they improve that.
Hmm.
Yeah, the last WB Games Montreal, they made Batman Arkham Origins. I really like that one. I thought that was a really underrated
Mhm.
Arkham game. So I'm hoping they can continue that trend with Gotham Knights, but
Yeah.
we'll see. High on Life. Kavar said High on Life looks good. Let's go ahead and watch that one next, and then let's tap into Forza Motorsports, another
Oh, yeah.
racer. I know we all love.
Well, we are going in order. Yeah, that is the next one. That and the Hollow Knight. We don't really need to watch the Hollow Knight trailer, but
Yeah, but this
yeah,
is
it was
only
a
like 2
DLC. It
minutes.
looked sick.
Mhm.
And then we got this.
Should play it Xbox.
Selling humans
Never heard
as
of Swap
drugs. You're the only one that can stop them. You realize we're gonna have to take out the entire alien drug cartel.
This reminds me of Oddworld. A little bit.
You're
Yeah,
just gonna
that- yeah.
leave me here
The
in,
comedy of it.
what, space?
Everybody lives in space, including you. All right, you're a bounty hunter now.
This is
You gotta
definitely
help
Rick
me
and
rescue
Morty,
my
for
friends.
sure.
They're Gatlians, just like me.
Hey, why are you squeezing me so tight? How about a little dinner first and some bubble bath maybe first?
Look at us, blasting away.
This is definitely the funner game they showed on this whole press conference.
Oh yeah, that's one of my children. They die fast. Don't worry, it's easy to make more.
Are we getting audio on this? I hope so.
We're getting audio. Hopefully, you don't get like copyright.
Hey there, I'm Knifey. Stab, stab. Yes, more. I need more stabbing.
Out of all the games, though,
Fight each other!
this is like the most unique one out of the whole thing they showed. Everything they showed.
I don't know if it's a Rick and Morty game as well, but again, the comedy and Styleville reminds me of also Accountant Plus
Well, okay. Well,
in the VR game.
now I can.
Yeah, I want to know if like the same people and the Rick and Morty people made this.
They
as well.
said, I
And-
think that was the beginning of the trailer. They said,
Oh yeah, well I know that.
the
I mean, like,
creators.
yeah, I mean, you know the game, right? Accountant Plus.
I don't think I've heard that.
Because
Was
it reminds me a
Plus?
lot of that in the comedy
Hmm.
style, and I think Rick and Morty. Okay, it was
Yeah.
Rick and Morty inspired that game. Okay, I see.
I like that the guns have faces on them, and they'll probably have like little commentary as you're shooting them.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's fun. That's like
Yeah.
a good twist on it. It's not just
So
a regular shooter.
yeah, so start off the show. Yes, let's see. We got an amazing looking Hollow Knight. It's DLC for an amazing game. Got a unique, fun, great looking Rick and Morty game. You know,
Yeah.
triple A, and then we got Xbox exclusive. To start off, which was just had low
Redfall.
expectations, and like it's just a side project for Arcane. But yeah, it looks fun enough. So
But
yeah, this
then
was
I
to
feel like
start the
things
show
start
off.
to go pretty down.
Oh yeah. So you see, we got those
After
3
this.
games, and that was before even the introduction with Sarah Bond. So I'm like, okay, this is a great start. I'm like hyped to see. Maybe I underestimated this show. Nope.
Right.
Yeah, this is holy fuck.
Yeah,
So
why
what
is
did
WB
they-
making this, huh? I don't know.
So what did they show after this?
Yeah, we can look
Again.
at here.
Holy shit.
Well, the Game Pass stuff with the League of
yeah,
Legends
I
stuff,
mean-
and like all the Game Pass games. By the way, I just not feeling it. Yeah, I was saying like this. Nothing's like wowing me from the Game Pass stuff. A
Mhm.
Plague Tale Requiem. That's stuff like we already
Now
knew.
that was an awesome looking game. Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
well,
first
we knew
one
this
was
was coming.
amazing story, and this one looks amazing, but we
I don't
kind
think
of
we need to
already
watch that
saw
trailer.
it before the showcase, though. So we
And
didn't
then you
really
got
need that.
Eraser. So you feel like they're starting to lose steam at this point of the show.
Yeah, but it's still
You know,
going great though, because it's like
Yeah.
okay. I mean, we already seen a Plague Tale Requiem,
Yeah.
but amazing
that's
game.
coming.
Still, we got to see more of it. Looked beautiful, and Forza Motorsport. Okay, I mean, they have to get
Yeah.
through the Forza stuff, and I mean, the Forza games are amazing.
I'm what you call a
looking and
boutique
everything.
hotel.
Oh God.
Amazing made games. Okay, that's fine. And then
Give
we
us
keep
Asperger's.
going.
Yeah, we got the tech demo, Forza Horizon. I mean Forza Motorsports. They're fucking
Mhm.
another tech demo racer,
Yep.
which is that's all I see with the Forza games and even the Gran Turismo games for PlayStation. It's just look what their console can do. Look at these
Yeah.
graphics.
And, and again, like
graphics.
you would think we would get stuff like Obsidian's Avowed or whatever the game's called, Forza Playground Games, guys who does the Forza games here, like they're what's that game series again?
What?
Yeah,
Not
Fable. It was Fable,
Fable.
yeah. And you would think, and then like Perfect Dark. You would think we get all this for 2022 showcase, but again, no, because they're saving all their stuff for 2023.
Exactly.
So yeah, this was gonna be a weak showcase heading in, and yeah,
This was a very down year. I mean, God of War was supposed to come out this year. They moved that to 2023, right? And all the big
Yeah,
games here.
the
are coming
whole
out in
studio's
2023.
just waiting until 2023. This is sort of like their off year.
For God's
They're
sake,
just
Last of Us remake is the game launching this year. Like, that's what we're dropping this year because there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
oh god.
We'll get to that later.
hmm
But as you see, we don't need sound for that. Do we need sound for that?
Yeah, we don't need sound for that.
It's
Probably like
popular
copyright
sounds.
music anyway.
It doesn't
Holy
matter. We're
shit.
already getting demonetized for showing this stuff.
Need for
anyways.
Speed Midnight Club for. I mean, I wouldn't really say that, Ryan.
Midnight
Forza
Club
is
Midnight?
extremely well made.
Oh yeah, as far as tech demo goes, yeah, like
Yeah.
as far as the look of it, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Need for Speed arcadey, Midnight Club arcadey, Forza is more like Gran Turismo style. So
Yeah, I mean, it's like for which one's the most fun to play in the past? Yeah, I would say Need for Speed, even if it was not the most advanced. But
Mhm.
Need for Speed and Midnight Club and Gran Turismo, they're all kind of falling out off now. It's literally just Forza, and they're by far the most advanced racing games.
And they also showed an official demo, but I don't know if we really need to see it.
Yeah.
So
And all the other
as
shitty
I can tell,
sports
as
games are also falling off, like
I really
fucking
turn off
FIFA and everything. So it's basically just like Forza in the sports and racing
I really need to
genre
turn
that's
off my
taken
ad
over.
blocker. Turn on my ad blocker.
Holy
here.
shit.
Yeah, so the Forza stuff was not getting me at all because I fell out of like racer games entirely.
Mhm.
I feel like most people have. I feel like the only
I mean,
racer
I'm not
games
like
that
too
sell-
into them. Like like I can get down with it. They're not usually my type of games, and I like more racing games. Like what was the Need for Speed?
What,
The
Shift?
the one with like the boss fights, kind of.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, like I like
It
racing
wasn't
games
Heat,
more like
was it?
that.
No. That wasn't Heat.
Yeah.
I know. Racer games, though, I feel like it's very niche. At this point, the only big racer games are Forza. That sells the most is Forza, and then it's like Gran Turismo sells the second most, and then you have all your other little racers that don't sell nearly as much as those. It's kind of like why they're dying off. Like you don't see any more dirt games. You don't see any more what's it called? MotorStorm. A lot of these series die off and stuff. Need for Speed. When was the last Need for Speed game? It's been a while.
I think they showed one off in like EA's E3 in like 2017 or 2018 or something. That was kind of a flop. But yeah, anyway, it was Need for Speed Carbon, I believe. But thanks, Ryan.
Carbon.
Yeah, I guess I didn't need to look that up. You already said it. Oops. But
Underground 2. Yeah, I like the Underground games. I like those ones.
yeah, Need for Speed fell off. All of them kind of did, but
Midnight Club. They need to make another Midnight Club. That was a good
yeah,
one.
the Midnight Club games were excellent. I don't know what Rockstar is doing, but
And then the next game they show is Flight Simulator, which of course, I mean, we're all waiting for Flight Simulator. Like that's what we're buying these consoles for is Flight Simulator.
Yeah, it's like okay, you have to put in the small stuff in the showcase as well. It's an hour and a half, show some DLC. Okay, that's fine. So that's fine. I'm not gonna and Flight Simulator is like amazing made. Everyone loves it. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I'm not gonna give you like points or anything for that.
Right.
Just like a
Introducing
DLC.
helicopters and gliders. It just does feel like another tech demo. So you got two tech demos in a row with the Forza and the Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, who's really playing these games?
Well, a lot of people are playing these games. I mean, but
I gotta question what they do with their lives.
yeah, a lot of people love this game. Actually, I believe it won like best strategy game.
It's a strategy game.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And the competition was really tough, like some incredible strategy games.
You want to fly a plane? There's only one place to do it. PC and Xbox. Two places to do it. There's two places to do it. God, glide that shit, dog. So look how good this world looks. Look how good these planes look. Look at that fucking helicopter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
God,
remember when they did
anywhere.
that, Ryan. Yeah, they did put a Top Gun DLC in this, like 2 years ago. When the film was supposed to come out. Yeah, when the film was supposed to come out 2 years ago, so they put that in it 2 years ago.
They should make Tom Cruise a playable character. Playable pilot.
God.
We got
Oh, but they put
Halo
in
shit.
fucking a plane from a dead franchise. Yippee.
Is that Halo?
Yeah.
That's not Halo.
Halo Infinite's fucking plane.
Oh.
Thank you,
Oh, you go
343,
space.
for killing Halo. Thank you for all that you do.
Free add-on.
Thank you for ruining my
Yeah.
childhood, 343.
You gotta be reminded.
Play it now with Game Pass.
Game
Fuck
Pass.
Anyway, so whatever. It's like small stuff. It's like, okay, fine. Everybody likes Flight Simulator. I'm not going to.
Yeah, but like I mean, you see the dip already happening. We went from of like, you know, Redfall's kind of original, you know, not
Yeah,
really.
I mean,
It's a very-
I wouldn't say like the dip happens yet. It's like, okay, that's the introduction. Okay,
the
it's gonna be
add-on
a
for
great
Hollow
thing.
Knight is cool.
Yeah.
You know, the High Life is, I feel like, a really unique, you know, shooter type game. And then get, you know, Game Pass advertisements, nice. Plague Tale,
Mhm.
a sequel I'm looking forward to. Then Forza, don't really care about. You know what I'm saying? The Flight Simulator, don't really care about.
Yeah, it's like,
And then
okay,
Overwatch
it's like
2, I
that's fine.
really don't give a fuck about. Like, I
Yeah,
really,
yeah, okay, now that's when the drop really starts to fall. It's like,
Like, what-
fuck Overwatch. God. It's like, I get it, you just bought fucking Blizzard and Riot Games and like Bethesda, so you have to show off all their stuff. Like it's not just your press conference anymore. You have to at least quickly show trailers of all their new games coming out and like quick updates on everything, like Skyrim Online. But holy fuck, it drags on for so long. And this is already such a weak showcase, and we're fucking around so long with these.
And Arc History Untold. Do we want to watch this trailer for Arc
Oh
History
my
Untold?
god,
Hold on, yeah.
there's nothing really to see.
Yes!
It's
Yeah.
literally a cinematic trailer. It
This
has
is what
nothing to
it
do with the
adds.
game because it's a card game, isn't it?
I
Oh
guess
no, it's a strategy game. Okay.
it is a strategy game. Xbox Presents.
Yeah. I mean, I never played the original games, but yeah, apparently it's like, yeah, it like revolutionized or whatever this genre.
According to this trailer, according to this trailer, I thought Sid Meier's Civilization revolutionized the
Yeah, I
genre.
mean, all of them
guess
kind
it
of
was this
did.
one. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, the
Ark was
fucking
first.
Curlin, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that fucking battle royale again that like nobody plays? Like, yeah, the Call-In. It's like, hey, technically that revolutionized it. So yeah, buy the Call-In 2. Fuck. Remember that disaster?
Yeah, yeah.
Christ. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to show there. This is just a cinematic thing.
It's a
Just
cinematic-
like, okay.
This is what Civilization does too. They just show us. They show this cinematic.
It's
of
like,
showing all
okay,
the
sure,
eras.
you know, another like
Yeah.
Age of Empire, like Civilization type thing. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever, that's cool. I guess it's back.
Don't show me any
another
gameplay from it
IP.
because that would definitely turn off people.
Yeah, it's like another IP, okay, but again, I'm not gonna give you like a dozen brownie points for it. It's just like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's just another small thing in the to have like as Timbits during your thing. It's like, when are we gonna get to some real stuff now?
I know, right?
And that this is like 80% of the press conference where we're waiting, or like 90%. We're just waiting for that stuff.
No way. No way, dog. What's the next
I know,
one?
I
High
need more.
Isle. High Isle Online. Elder Scrolls Online. This is a more Elder Scrolls Online stuff. Elder Scrolls Online is how many years old? How many? Like what year that come out? 2016, 2017, 2015? I forget what year that came out. And then what's the next thing after that? Fallout 76, another expansion on an online game that most people don't really
Holy
play
shit.
anymore.
It's like, again, yes, they have to get through all this stuff, show what their updates like they've done the last 2 times with Bethesda.
So that's 2 just DLC things in a row.
Yeah.
And then it was another DLC thing with Forza.
Holy fuck.
And
It's like,
that's
again,
3
they do
in a
this
row.
every year, and they have to, obviously, with their studios, but
These aren't full games. These are just like DLC things.
but again, like, that's fine, just having like 10-bit updates in between all the real stuff. But the problem is this year we don't really get to the real stuff, so this is like 90% or like 95% of the press conference. And then Arc 2, another
Arc
one
2.
that was already announced, and they show no gameplay in this. It's like another just CGI trailer, basically, that we already saw at the Game Awards.
You know, watch the Great Outdoors.
So it's
ad.
like, what's
That's
the point
more
of this?
information
It's like, holy shit.
there.
It's like we don't even get like any gameplay in this.
Yeah, it's just a CG trailer.
Yeah, well, we got one at the Game Awards last
Yeah.
year.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
That's like still nothing. Holy shit.
So no gameplay, nothing like that.
Mhm.
By this point in the press conference, like you're probably falling asleep because
Oh,
it's just
I fell
straight.
asleep 8 times during Starfield.
Yeah. Right. That's
It's like,
Vin
again,
Diesel
I
on
get
that
you guys are
horseback.
like taking a break in this year, and especially there's no actual E3, but holy fuck. I expected better than this. Like, are there not like at least more cool indie games you could show off instead of this?
Right? I would rather that. Doesn't this look like Vin Diesel right there?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Straight up. They both kept him and everything. This game's about
Yeah.
family, guys. This game, as you see,
Oh yeah.
this guy's daughter right there. This is about family. This is about oh god. All right, then we go to the next one. Scorn, an actual game here. We actually get a game here.
Yeah. Well,
After
actually,
one,
that
two,
isn't
three,
Vin
four.
Diesel. Sorry, it's his cousin Dinvies.
And like I won't even consider Flight Simulator and like Forza like games really. These are their experience.
I mean, I do. It's just they're
niche
already kind of
experiences.
out, so they're
niche
just DLCs.
experiences. Yeah. But yeah,
But yeah, Scorn is a real game.
this is a
But
real game here.
It's been in development hell, kind of like since it was a crowdfunding game since 2014. It's been in development, and it's gone into the point where it's like the graphics and the design and everything, the visuals. At the time, it looked so insane, but now it's a little bit outdated, just a little bit.
Yeah, they say Unreal Engine. Which one? Like there's Unreal Engine 3, 4, 5, like
I think it's an older one.
it's gotta be. I'm thinking.
So,
Kelper. We all know
Kepler.
Kelper.
yeah, it's
The
like I was
famous-
wondering who the fuck is that again? And then they show another Kepler game after this. I'm like, who the fuck is that studio?
This reminds me of that Agony game. Right here.
Yeah, I've been seeing trailers for this for like fucking 8 years. It's like, yeah, this is a real game. This looks awesome, kind of. Like,
It's it. Dude, it
Amazing
totally reminds me of
style.
Agony a little bit.
yeah, amazing style, but this we have getting teases for this for like 8 years. It's kind of been in development hell, a bit outdated. And this is supposed to be like one of your huge games you're showing off.
Yeah, I remember them showing this originally, like years ago.
Yeah.
And the gun that like rotated, like they had it was like a organic gun. It looked all weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the ripoff of Doom, essentially.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's cool. Yeah, I'll definitely play. I've been excited for it forever. But again, if that's like one of your, like, if that's one of your main games you're showing, then Jesus Christ. A
It's
game
another
that
day
you've
one
been
Game
teasing
Pass.
for like 9 years. Fuck.
And a lot of these are Game Pass things too. So this is a big advertisement for Game Pass. So if you have a
Mhm.
PC, you're gonna be set for games here.
Yeah, but as you can see, though, there's a trend here.
Yeah.
A trend of just showing games that we've already seen.
Flintlock. This was a newer one. I really haven't wasn't aware of before they showed this.
Yeah, this is like a new thing. I think that they just showed off.
Gameplay trailer though.
I'm not.
More ads. Don't have ad block.
Another reason though why this showcase was just disappointing, in my opinion, was just I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the genres they showed off this year. This is one of them. This is just not my type of open world style game, really.
And Kepler again. Kepler. The famous studio that we all know. The
Mhm.
famous.
Yeah, Kepler, baby.
No one yet knows.
Sounds
Do you
like
remember
a
that
fucking
last game I
fruit.
came out with?
It sounds like a fruit, like a kiwi. Oh.
And, yeah. Third person action.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about this? Like people bitch about Sony with the third person action games
Mhm.
that are like the narrative driven things, and like they got nothing to say about this, which is great. I love the hypocritical nature of people. Nothing to say.
Yeah.
This totally
It's
feels
like
like
this looks pretty solid, I guess. It's just
it feels
yeah.
like Forspoken a little bit. It feels like
I've
Forspoken
seen
game.
I've just seen many games like it, sort of like what was that one? Fucking God, I'm trying to think of that one, like Dark Sand Online, whatever it's called.
You got a little fox thing falling around like that. Dude, wait a minute. Can we go back here? what are these ostriches are giving her trouble? You see
It's
this-
like
these-
dodos or some shit.
Yeah, these things are giving her trouble. Giving her fits.
Good night,
These
Ryan.
ostriches. She's taking out skeleton army soldiers. The ostriches are giving her problems.
Yeah. Yeah, Black Desert Online is called. It's just like there's many similar looking games here.
You know, I'm definitely a narrative-driven, like third-person action type of guy too. I like my God of Wars.
Yeah, I
They might
mean,
have a God of
yeah, I
War
like
in their hands
story
right now.
games. I like action games. I like third-person games. It's just like this specific style of like games with this engine. I'm not a huge fan of stuff. Reminds
Yeah,
me
so
of
the
stuff
engine's
like
not that
Ark.
impressive. Like if this is in game right here, it's not that impressive.
Yeah, it's just,
Especially when I look at the sand on this beach, it's like it's
Mhm.
flat. It's flat.
it's just not my type of game. Just like Diablo.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
Which
that's
was
like
another
another
good one
reason
as
why
well.
I was just really disappointed by this showcase because yeah, a lot of them just happen to be games that aren't bad. I'm just not into personally with what I like it to play. Every other year they have a wide selection, but this year just a lot of games I'm not too into.
100%. Good night, Ryan. We'll see you on the flip flop. And what's next? Of course. If you
Uh,
thought you were done with Minecraft, think again. Think again.
Jesus fuck.
I mean, there's been really bad Xbox press conferences in the past. Like the one I remember clearly watching them when they first showed like Connect for like an hour. I don't know if you remember that press conference, that E3. It was like
Mhm.
2013 or something like that. It was a long time ago, but it was just like
Yeah.
all Connect.
Oh god. Now they
Like-
did make Minecraft Dungeons, which is kind of similar to this, and it was solid. Was nominated for like best like role playing or something game and strategy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What
this is like
woman,
another
though?
version of
It's
that.
bad. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is another version of that basically.
Oh, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. I'm not gonna watch this whole
Some tell of
thing.
danger.
Yeah, just skip to like the end, honestly.
I'm sorry,
Legends
but like
behold dearest.
Minecraft
Our legends
was
of
great
hope,
when it came out.
of creativity.
The second they want to do their
And of
expansions shit on it, that's where I gave up. The second they want
Yeah.
to make a story to Minecraft, I'm like, what are you
Friendships.
doing? Like, what are you doing?
that Change the world.
Yeah,
That's
for
not what
us.
Minecraft's about. This is all cinematic. This is not even gameplay.
Yeah, you know.
Action strategy game. Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
it's basically like a sequel kind of to Minecraft Dungeons. So it's like, okay, fine, Minecraft. It's just I'm not interested in it at all. Sorry, it's nothing special.
The whole point of Minecraft was to like, you know, do whatever you want the whole time,
Yeah.
right? That's the whole point. Just relax and do whatever you want.
Yeah,
There
it's
is
like
nothing to
they've
the
kind
game,
of
really. There's no story that you need to follow. There's no
yeah, it's like you can just do
real
mods.
goal.
It's fine. Yeah, I pretty much burnt out with this whole franchise because yeah, I mean from like 2009 when it first came out to like 2015, I did basically everything possible you could ever do with that game ever. Like I even went into businesses with friends in that game. Like one of my best friends has made like $10 million total off of like building and running servers. So
nice.
yeah, I know
Well, he made his money.
I've done basically everything possible, so I'm completely burnt out by Minecraft. So I could give two shits about anything Minecraft now.
Right. Right. But
Holy fuck.
once again, we're
Yeah,
in
it's again,
this,
it's like we said, this we're taking a year break
Right.
kind of here. They said it's like okay, but you have to remember, guys.
this is the last
besides,
game
like,
I
the
thought was
Summer's
interesting.
Game Showcase.
High on life.
Yeah, yeah, like you have to remember. Well, yes, they did say it, and the whole industry basically said it's like kind of like a year break. It's going to be weaker.
Oh, for sure.
This Microsoft showcase is kind of going into is kind of like the only real thing though this year because the Summer Game Showcase
Yeah.
outside of like some things was pretty disappointing and they didn't
And the
show
state
too
of play
much.
that they PlayStation showed was only like
Yeah,
4 or
so-
5
so-
games or something like that. Yeah.
So even then, going into this, you were probably at least expecting there would be at least like a lot of like good independent games shown, like a lot of them.
Like,
And yo,
what
there
these
are
games.
there are some of
Gunfire
them, but
Reborn.
fuck. But for the most part, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, if
Like-
you go up there though, that game is actually pretty interesting though.
Which one?
The
The last
case of Benedict Fox. No, yeah, now that was a game that looked pretty good. We should watch a trailer for that one.
Yeah, because I ain't watching the trailer for Gunfire Reborn.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, that one's
Frontier.
basically like a farming, like open world type game.
Like goddamn. Like goddamn.
And it's like, again, that's fine. It looks okay. I'm just not into it. And same thing with the one above that. Yeah, now this is the stuff I wanted to at least see more of at the press conference this year, but we didn't really get much of. It's stuff
is-
like this.
Definitely a more independent game for sure.
Yeah, just
Which is fine.
cool, awesome looking stuff like this. A lot of style.
Hello?
Yeah.
Anyone here?
Got barely any of it.
Yeah, it's just a story trailer, I think.
I got a bad feeling about
Side scroller. It's fine.
That
I like
character
side
kind of
scrollers.
reminds me of the guy from Monkey Island.
there must be more.
Yeah, some like H.P. Lovecraft to it.
My father.
Oh yeah, big fan of that too.
Mhm.
I'm definitely more of a Lovecraftian, as opposed to like a Tolkien.
Okay. Too far.
Side scrollers. This is what they should have started with, or like games like this. This shouldn't be near the end of your press conference. You know, I can't wait to play it on Game Pass.
Yeah, but you see, after all the garbage we just saw, again, then they show it's like, why can't we just get more games like this in here instead of all the shit you just shown?
Yeah, can't wait to see it on Game Pass.
Oh,
Can't wait to see it.
fuck. It's like, holy shit. And then we have As Dusk Falls, which was a game they showcased, like, they first announced in 2020. It's coming out in, like, July. I'll play it. It looks like interesting, sort of a story game. Like, I was just curious with, like, what it was exactly, what they would do. But in this trailer, they still didn't really explain fully what this game's fully about and what you do in it. It's still a bit
I hate that.
confusing.
What was that? See the way that
most
gecko
people-
moved?
Turok is just a pit stop.
Wasn't taking the scenic route your idea?
But for us,
Yeah, the
It's
stop
like a
motion
trap.
stuff is
There's enough cash in that
I
safe
don't
to
know.
put the last few weeks behind us. On the ground now!
you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. We've been in the wrong place forever.
Sometimes doing the right thing is doing the wrong thing.
None of us escaped that night.
It's okay.
Even those of us who made it out alive.
Stop! Why are you following me?
Yeah, so this is, a story game again. Has different aspects, though, with gaming, different art style.
But they all lead back to
Studio's
Turok.
first game.
I thought Sony was the story place. I thought
Get
they
rid
were
of
the
the
story console. I thought that.
Yeah, after all,
Xbox trying to-
Hey there.
after like the
Hey,
Life
hey,
is
Sam.
Strange studio
Say,
and the
11
Telltale
fellas
studio
can keep
going
up, have
downhill.
Been here all day.
How you liking the desert dream?
Oh, can't complain.
Can I ask what brings you to Turok?
Yeah, it has a lot of different paths.
It's the poor man's Heavy Rain. It's the poor man's.
Well, it's like
It's just like that.
they're
It's
not
just like this
similar.
Quantic Dream type things. it's,
Well, it's not really like that. It's more just like, like
you're
Life
making
is
decisions
Strange.
that affect the outcome of the story, man. It's
Life
like,
is Strange and stuff. It's like they said they would show more of like how the game like acts and stuff and what you're fully supposed to do, but I'm still kind of confused by that trailer. It's like, I understand it's a story game, like there's different paths, different outcomes, but
depending on decisions you make and stuff like that.
I
Okay,
don't.
that's
They
the
didn't
whole thing.
really. Yeah, but they didn't really. We needed some actual like in-game footage because that trailer still and art style and everything still makes it confusing of what the actual game's gonna be. What like sort of so. Yeah, it's sort of intriguing. Like again, after Life is Strange and Telltale and everything, they made just shitty games and went downhill. So I want to see more good story games like that. So I'm hoping it does well. But yeah, it doesn't. A little iffy on it. But anyway, what was that one game of? Oh yeah, right. That was just a fucking online game, the Samurai one.
Blade Point, yeah.
And then now that was by Obsidian. This one, and again, another like indie
Grounded.
game.
We're talking about. Oh no, which one?
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, it has an interest in art style, like indie-ish by Obsidian. It's like, yeah, like we don't have to watch like the full trailer, but yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, come on, man. Like, this is what we're dropping this year. This is what's happening here. This is what's happening.
Yeah, but you know, I don't mind it though, because indie games, you know, honestly like more than AAA games a lot of the time. Like, I don't mind it. I just would have liked more of those instead of more stuff like this.
All the time, Microsoft has had to produce games, and they can't come out with anything.
Well, to be fair, they bought the studios and everything in like 2020 and stuff.
Yeah.
In 2020 and stuff. So they just started like in that year. So they would probably get to like finishing what they had time to make down in like 2023 and stuff, which again, that's what they're said the big year is going to be. So if 2023 isn't fucking big, then yeah, they have no excuse this year. But again, I have no issue. Again, all those indie games looked good. The three we just saw there. Just why didn't you just give us more of that though? Like you're just giving us like for 80% of the press conference shit like this grounded stuff. That's
teenagers or has any
I like Obsidian.
Please contact the police department.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids game. I like it.
Yeah, it's like okay, they're giving us a trailer, you know, showing like a bit of like the story mode. And like just announcing and just announcing like the full game's out September. So that's what the trailer and announcement in this press conference for, and it's like okay. But holy fuck, like majority of the press conference is shit like this.
Yeah.
Like nothing new.
Nothing that's blowing my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing that's earth shattering. Like when we see that trailer for God of War Ragnarok, I'm pretty sure that's going to break the internet. Pretty sure like a big game like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game. You could build your own outposts.
Holy fuck. Now, this is a fun game, but goddamn.
Oh yeah, it's a cute little game. Huge bosses. The full story. You know, low budget games. A lot of low budget games is what I'm saying. Which is fine. But this is the kind of quality games you're gonna get with Game Pass. At the end of the day, you know, $15 a month. This is what's gonna get. This is what's gonna happen. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, Game Pass
not horrible.
Is amazing. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of quality on Game Pass, man. Yeah, and then we got this, and that one looks like it has potential to be like, you know, Assassin's Creed fucking dying now. Like it has potential to be sort of like something refreshing to Assassin's Creed, that one right there, but
yeah, this one right here.
I'm not too into it though, but you know, you can see the trailer. It looks all right.
Helios. Cell shaded. Another cell shaded game. Because we didn't get more cell shaded games. Here's another cell shaded game for you.
The forgotten child.
I love my comic book of these looking games here.
Scattered race. Lost. Until now. Now they have awakened the Erebon.
Aragorn.
Now they have awakened me.
She's awake. I mean, this conference is putting
But
me
I
to
am not
sleep.
their hope. I am their reckoning.
Yeah, so you see the Assassin's Creed style to it.
Yeah, jumping on top of them.
Yeah, the vision and stuff. Yeah, the parkour looks cool like that. Shadows going through the floor, jumping. It's like
They will
it's like
not
you can see there's some
drag me
potential
into
here. It
their
looks like it can be fun. Has a good art style.
because their
And with
light
Assassin's Creed being
is a
fucking milked dry now, like maybe
I
it
know.
can refresh it, but I'm not. It doesn't have me
My hair's
too
not-
excited though.
Yeah, my hair's not blown back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
exactly.
if I find it on discount or it's on Game Pass probably. Game
And then
Pass game.
Diablo, it's like okay, we got.
Yeah,
It's like
we know
really
what
you're
Diablo is. Do we really need
it's
to
like you're
see the?
yeah, we already seen Diablo being announced and everything. It's like, oh, but they announced like the new fucking the last new class and the release date and everything. It's like, but you're
Look at these
you're
variations here.
you're spending like 18 minutes just going over variations, giving like a release date and showing like the last faction or whatever for.
And hopefully, there's more than 3 types of dungeons. Hopefully, there's
Like,
more than 3
holy
types
fuck.
of dungeons in this game compared to the last one.
Just, why are you spending so much time in your conference? I just don't get it on this.
Diablo, it's just such a big franchise. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like an exclusive thing, is it? I don't think it's exclusive, right?
No, but
So it's like, I don't know. I guess a lot of people like Diablo, but it gets really repetitive and really old really quick. I feel.
I just
It
like
looks
if they
pretty.
had more to show, then they would only like go over this for like 2 minutes quickly in a trailer because they
Right.
have nothing to show for it, though. They're like, yeah, here's like fucking 20
If I was them, I
minutes.
probably would have started with Diablo. I probably would have started with Diablo 4
Mm.
and then some indie games and then like high. I feel like the first 2 games, Redfall and High on Life, it's like some of the more better stuff, even though they're shooters and shooters are kind of overplayed these days. Still, is Diablo 4 really selling people on Xbox? Because that's the point of the showcase, right? Is to sell people on to get an Xbox or at least to get Game Pass.
Well, to get the whole subscription thing or
Yeah.
play Windows, just all that stuff. It doesn't matter. Get some money.
Yeah. But like, how many people are going to get an Xbox for Diablo? Usually it's like a PC thing,
Yeah, I mean, if
And
they're
the-
playing on Windows or
Yeah.
or Game Pass or both, then it's fine for them. But
Yeah.
again,
How
like
many
they kind
new
of
people are you
kind of
getting?
showed all this stuff off already, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like fuck, you're spending like 20 minutes on this. Something
Hmm.
you already showed, and then you just have the guy come out saying, "Oh, so that was our last factions in the game. Yeah, this is the release day. Blah blah blah." It's like, holy fuck, you're really dragging this out. You really have barely anything to show this year.
Yeah, it
It's
really
like they
does feel that.
showed a game at like the Summer Games Fest, a horror game that
Mhm.
looked insanely good and interesting. It was called Routine, and holy
Mhm.
fuck, it's better than like 95% of the shit they've showed at their own press conference. Like, why didn't you save it for that? It's like, why can't we get more stuff like that?
All right, so that's Diablo. All right. You know what you're getting with Diablo. you know what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
And then Sea of
Sea of
Thieves is
Thieves.
whatever. It's just like free updates. Like again, it's just
Shock.
update. Like fucking stop.
Shocked that this game's still going. I'm shocked that people.
Well,
still play this.
actually, at launch it was a disaster. Like one of the most boring games of all time. It literally is just
Season
like
7.
it's literally like you play it for 10 minutes and you've played the whole game. But after all the updates, it's actually
It's a
a great
full-size game now.
It's actually a great game now, and it's revived. It has a large player base.
It's wild.
Yeah,
It's wild how they didn't give up on it.
yeah, and they put the story mode in it, and they had Jack Sparrow. Yeah, I mean, happy for
he's
Rare,
real
at
popular
least.
now after the whole Amber Heard thing. But
Oh,
we're not
God.
watching season 3.
But yeah, Ravenlock. Yeah,
Ravenlock.
again, another one that looks pretty interesting.
And then
At
the
least.
big one next. The big one next. The big titles
God.
next. Ravenlock. Let's talk about our feelings with Ravenlock.
Like, yeah, it looks interesting enough.
When is there going to be another fairy tale fights type of game where you just like kill a bunch of fairy tale creatures and like dance around their blood? When's there going to be another game like that? That's what I need in my life. But this is a good game for kids. You got little kiddies, it's a great game for them. I love it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has enough like open world and detail in it where adults can enjoy it.
Look at those vistas that you'll see in this. Boss fights. Is it enough of a unique art style to get people to play it?
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. Yeah.
What was this shot right here? You got the bunny here from Alice in Wonderland. It's definitely like an Alice in Wonderland vibe type thing. I wonder if that was the idea of the game, but they couldn't get the copyright licensing for Alice.
I think,
but definitely like this reminds me of the Queen, right? The monster thing at the
yeah,
top.
well, it does have a similar style. I've noticed.
It's very familiar. But yeah, I guess
Yeah, that was good enough.
But here's
like
the big game.
Oh god.
Cocoon. This is a big game.
So basically, the guys who did Inside and Limbo, they split and did two different things. Possibly three, because that American Arcadia game looked pretty good at the Summer Game Fest thing. It has a pretty similar style. But basically, the one group did Somerville, which is very horror-ish, very inside-ish again. The other team, though, went with something different. Yeah, that's Cocoon now, which we'll see.
Are we ready for the finals? Are we ready for the finals?
Fuck the Warriors, but
yeah. Goddamn Warriors.
Yeah, and it's like I was interested in it for a while to see what they did. And seeing this,
I love Inside. I love Limbo.
Yeah.
Those games are awesome. Yeah.
It's like we saw Somerville, and it's like, okay, what are they gonna do now? And now we finally got the answer. I'm like, okay, I'm excited. I was honestly not really feeling this so much.
Aww.
And it isn't because I don't like the art style, the different direction, like the less horror. It's just I've seen many games similar to this that I think have kind of looked better.
Oh. Amazing. Look at that. Transitions.
Yeah, it's like you've seen this before, right?
The transitions effects.
God, I played
what's it doing that's new?
50 puzzle games similar to this.
So many.
It's like, okay, it looks great.
Block. Yes.
Looks great, but I mean, fuck. For the creators of Limbo and Inside, I expected a bit more.
Is it going to be longer than 2 hours?
Yeah,
We'll
to
see.
be fair, though, the fucking puzzles in Inside were like not
those are pretty easy.
great. Yeah, they weren't as great, and now they're making basically a puzzle game. So I'm.
I remember Limbo had like two really hard ones at the very end. I remember that. I almost looked it up. Like, that's how hard it was. I was very close. Eventually figured it out. And then
this was one of the few, great ones. By the guys who did Neo, I believe. Like that. Yeah, it looks pretty great. Big surprise there. This was one of the few nice surprises and great looking games of the conference.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
Team Ninja. A former major PlayStation Team Ninja.
Yeah, I mean Xbox did work with Team Ninja before that though on a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, but like they were always like known for like their PlayStation titles. Really.
Yeah.
Um,
Now people aren't
That was a
talking
good
about
get.
this enough or giving it enough credit just because there's been so many samurai games lately.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people probably aren't that excited with this when they saw it, but
But if you like Sekiro and Neo, you probably would like this. This is probably
Yeah.
up your alley.
yeah, but because of so many games like that and even fucking Elden Ring's like people I haven't seen many people really discussing this now, but yeah, this looks fantastic.
Ooh. Ooh, Lord.
Probably the best looking game of the whole conference.
Oh yeah. It's better looking than Starfield.
Oh fuck.
Better looking than that.
Yeah,
Jim?
but the thing is though, it's like PlayStation though, it's like the Team Ninja's games, it's like they've always treated. It's like they're beautiful, fantastic, fucking AAA samurai games and stuff like Neo, but it's like they're like fucking always like third string to like stuff like God of War because that's how stacked their lineup of AAA titles were each year. But Xbox's at this conference has been so dry. It's like their number one thing. It's like so that says a lot.
And the Persona games coming to Xbox was like something that surprised me because I didn't even know like they didn't have it. I thought
yeah.
these were like
I was hoping they
things
would
across
get
the
it
board.
soon, but yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm glad it happened now.
It
Can't
took them
wait
like
to
a
play
decade,
them,
but yeah, it took them a decade, but they finally got them.
But again, they spent like 15 minutes on this. It's like, okay, cool that they're getting them now, but why are you spending so long just to announce like 10-year-old franchise that you're getting?
And
now it's
obviously-
like when they got the Yakuza games and all of them on Game Pass, it's like they at like last like 2 years ago or like last year at like E3. It's like they just showed like a 1-minute trailer for it just to announce it and say and show it off and say, hey, they're on Game Pass now. But again, this conference is so dry this year. They spent like fucking 10 minutes just
and
saying,
the
hey, we
biggest-
got Persona.
I know, yeah. But the biggest thing to come out of the press conference was probably Kojima, and even that was like it's just him on a stage. It's, it's
Yes,
him.
that pissed
saying
me
he's making the
the
game.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil, we already knew 10 months ago or like a fucking year ago. They announced he was, you guys were working together on a game in articles. So we didn't need
This is
you
big, though.
to then
It's
at
big.
this conference to just say, yep, we're working on a game now. We already knew that. It's like you literally didn't say. You could have literally gave us a fucking 30-second cinematic trailer, like fucking even like artifacts. Just give us something. Give us just at least like a title card, like Elden Ring. You could have even just at least said like what the genre is, like what type of mechanic. Maybe no, you gave us literally nothing. Just we're working on a game. It's a game I wanted to all this time. It's big. Bye.
It's big.
Fuck.
Big. You see this word? Big. All right.
This
This
is like the fucking 1 year of Cyberpunk where they're just like, ladies and gentlemen, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
Bye.
Dracula.
It's like, bye. When E3, we got Keanu Reeves. It's like, nothing more. Wrap it up.
We got Kojima. It's not Death Stranding 2. It's not Death Stranding 2. So it's funny though, and I heard something else about this Kojima thing. Is that this game is going to be a cloud game? You're going to be playing it off streaming. So I wonder how that's going to go down. If that's like a legit thing. It says with Microsoft's cloud tech. So
I mean,
if
do you
it don't
think he was
work,
telling the truth though, with saying it's a game he always wanted to make for a long time.
interesting, because he said that about Death Stranding. So I mean,
Yeah,
like-
do you think? I mean, he's a genius, and he's always had many ideas he couldn't do with fucking him in fucking Konami prison. So maybe he was telling the truth. But do you think he was obviously being a little like exaggerating it, saying it's a game he always wanted to do? It's the biggest game ever. He didn't have the technology in the world to do it until now, of course.
Of course,
Like,
yeah. He's not gonna say it. He's not gonna say anything else.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people could just say, yeah, it's looking like my best game yet. It's going to be amazing, but instead of using words like that, but I mean, since it's Kojima,
the cloud tech has got me scratching my head because like it has to be really good for them to like commit to that, to commit to the cloud service. Like it's got to work really well for that to work out. Like good luck, because cloud gaming's been a thing for like the last 5-6 years, but
yeah, I mean, recently though, in like last 2 years, they've done a
getting
good
better.
job. They've done a good job with it. Finally, now they've done an excellent job. But
you better have a good connection. You better have a good, you know what I'm saying? You better have that LAN cable locked in. You know what I'm saying? Or the fiber cable, or fucking a bunch of megabytes. But here's the big thing after the Kojima big announcement is the game everyone's been waiting for years to see any glimpse of, and that's the Starfield. The big reason why Xbox bought Bethesda was to get their next big IP, which was Starfield. In fact, I think PlayStation or Sony, they were trying to buy Bethesda for this reason too, to get this game specifically. And this is why I feel like this whole press conference was a disaster, because you started strong, and then it was like a bunch of DLC things, a bunch of indie games, no like real big IPs, and we're all waiting for Bethesda's big IP, and then they showed this, and just a huge deflated feeling I felt like looking at it and realizing it's really nothing that special. It's nothing. We'll pause it as we go here.
I mean, did you expect anything different?
I was expecting something a little bit more.
No. This is exactly
exactly
what I expected out of a Bethesda Studio space game. When I saw that cinematic trailer from last year, it even looked that bad. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be so out of date looking. It's gonna be like weaker than fucking No Man's Sky.
That's so funny, because there's so many things in this game that reminded me of No Man's Sky.
But no, they bought Bethesda for all their IPs, and to have more studios to make games. It's not Starfield. If anything, it's Skyrim.
That was the big new IP they were like going after, though. First of all, this quote here doesn't make any sense. You read this? The wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that man has measured it. I don't understand what that means. Like, what does that mean?
I mean, it means that, it's amazing that
man has measured it.
Yeah, that we as just like a lame species has been able to like do all these things. Yeah, with how vast the universe is. Yeah, and everything. But which is what the game's about. Yeah, but
Lord. Can you get any more up your own
like
ass?
let's just preference this though by saying that we're not really a fan of Bethesda, like their format on and just game map and everything on how to make games anymore. I think it's very outdated.
Dude, when they came up with Fallout 3, I remember playing that for the first time. Like, holy shit! I wonder where they're gonna go next. I wonder, like, this is a great starting point.
Yeah, I didn't even like Fallout 3, honestly. Like, I loved the world building in Fallout. Again, I've always loved that about the Fallout of Skyrim. I love their world building. They've always been games I loved watching, but not a huge fan of playing. But Fallout 3, was at least good though, and had a lot of like good dialogue selections. Unlike fucking Fallout 4.
Oh yeah,
it's just 4 fucking choices.
Yeah, and totally in depth, like Fallout, selections with the dialogue and stuff. And it was like a thing where they mixed the action with the turn-based with the VAT system, which they totally abandoned for like Fallout 4. You can go through Fallout 4 without using VATs at all. The thing that stops the game when you pick your target and shit. You could go through all Fallout 4 without using that at all. But Fallout 3, it was like a main component because you couldn't really use your gun and like look down the sight. It wasn't like it was shit to use, right? So you like had to use VATs and stuff, but they totally abandoned that. All that turn-based shit. And when you look at this demo, you'll notice that there is nothing turn-based about it. It's all action RPG.
Yeah. While you play this out, there's a raccoon outside my window. I'm gonna go feed them.
Oh, God.
That's more entertaining than watching this.
All right, I'll be stopping it as Bethesda Game Studios. Are we? Let's make sure things are going here. Of course, the fastest path to anything is a straight line, but not in this case. Bethesda. Starfield. The game you've been waiting for 5 years to see.
It's hard to express how
And Tom
excited all of
Howard's
us
fucking
at Bethesda
dumbass.
are
Like,
to be
nobody
here
wants to
once
see you,
again.
Todd.
We're so grateful
Nobody wants to
you're
see you
spending this time,
anymore.
and we know you've waited a long time to
Sweet
finally
Jesus.
see Starfield. It's easily our most ambitious
In
game
fact-
ever. Like our previous games,
We're gonna go ahead and
on the
skip Todd.
mysterious moon of Crete.
Mysterious Moon. Wait, no, actually, what's he say here?
It's an epic role-playing game. where you
Epic
get to
role-playing
be who
game.
you want and go where you want.
Go where you
But
want.
This time,
You can
you'll
go
be
where you
exploring
want.
Space. So let's jump right in. This is early in the game as you arrive on the mysterious moon of Crete.
You can go where you want, but you're gonna have to arrive at this moon. All right, so it's some of that bullshit where it's like this vast open world, right? But it is linear. Like Fallout 4 is super linear. There's only one path to go, really. When you start that game, and even when you get to Diamond City, like it's all just one path you can take. You really can't go beyond. You can't really do much beyond that. That linear open world thing. And right here is the same thing. You can go anywhere you want, but we're going to put you on this moon first. You can do whatever you want, but you have to do this first. Like, what? I thought I could do whatever I want. They always got to do that shit. Crete.
Gosh, looks so fucking out of date.
It really does. I mean, that's because they've been developing it for like, what, 7+ years or something like that. So when they first started, like PS5 wasn't a thing yet, or Xbox Series whatever, it wasn't a thing yet.
It's like, okay, graphics aren't anything. That's fine.
Yeah.
So as long as it's like vast in scale, like Fallout 3 or Fallout 2, Fallout 1, Skyrim, that's fine then. But I don't trust them anymore with that, and I have to go off of what we know so far. And what we've seen is not that good looking at all.
Oh yeah, and you can go anywhere you want, right? But like you have to go to certain places for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure at least 900 of the 1,000 planets are the same and pointless, just grinding.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like what No Man's Sky was at first.
Oh yeah, just like, oh yeah. And what are you doing here? You're scanning stuff, just like another game.
Then you update your thing, then you go to another planet, then you go to this one, and then you grind, then you update your thing, and then you go to this planet.
Yeah, it's like it really gave me No Man's Sky vibes watching this opening part.
It's like I wanted to see some cool enemy types at least, but like in Fallout 3. But
oh yeah. This was neato. How they don't attack you unless you attack first. Neato. I've seen it in other games too. I've seen crab things. What's the creature variety going to be? You know what I'm saying? Because No Man's Sky,
no, actually, fucking
yeah. No Man's Sky like procedurally generated the creatures, and it would turn into some weird shit. This is another No Man's Sky thing. You're shooting a beam to collect resources. Like someone's getting sued, dude. Like
I mean, it's like that sort of
like it's the same. Even like the iron, like I feel like it's the same layout too. How do they not get sued from this? Like, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I was getting such No Man's Sky flashbacks right there.
It's like you can see, like, in the visuals, like, there's an amazing looking game in here somewhere. It's just, if it was an updated engine, holy fuck.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if this was, like, fucking most modern
Yeah,
thing?
like, you can see it in, like, the lands, like, the dark landscapes and the
why are we
snow.
using... Do you see this gun? Why are we using this... What's it called in Modern Warfare, this gun? Like, this is the same type of gun. The clip goes in the top here. I forget the name of it. The UPM or something like that. Somebody will say it in the comments later on. After this is posted. But like, even the guns are not inspired. They're like the same generic guns you've seen in every fucking video game. The submachine gun you've seen in how many video games? It's just bullets. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Granada. Like, what's the future? I'm flying through space. We're
Yeah.
still using granadas and shotguns. Like,
Yeah,
come on now, man.
fucking combat's just like
It's the same
So-
shit.
it's like it's never been updated ever.
Yeah.
Over all the years, it's like Outer Worlds has good. Why can't we get that combat?
Outer Worlds is so much better in every way.
In every way, except the only difference is you don't have to spend fucking 300 hours of your lives just to finally start getting into it like a fucking Bethesda game.
Yeah, you can beat Outer Worlds in like less than 10 hours. there's a certain way to do it. You can beat it like real
and
quick.
they actually have compelling characters and rememberable ones.
I like that when a game doesn't waste your time.
Yeah, that's why I've never. That's another reason why I've never been into them and just like watching them and like the world building.
We got a jetpack.
The stuff they did instead of at the actual games, because yeah, I don't like wasting my time just to finally get into it.
You're invited to join Constellation. Who, in the
Constantly.
future
God, I
game,
just
said
don't like seeing Todd Howard's face, man, anymore. Like after all the shit with Fallout 76 and stuff.
Yeah, 76 was the last straw.
I know. I was willing to get with it with Fallout 4, but like, come on.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is still a good game, I would say, despite all the issues and how overrated it was.
Oh yeah.
And the lack of choice. But and that press conference he did for Fallout 4, I mean, but that's like the biggest con of the century. That was extremely well put together. Like best conference for a game ever of all time.
And at least we get the arms. We get the fully generated arms here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see in my games. I need to see my arms.
Welcome to Constellation.
I mean, she's still got that lazy eye.
Yeah.
She's a little cross.
Yeah.
Like she's looking at the vending machine off to the side or something.
Yeah. It's like, holy fuck. It's like just that fucking hair. Jesus. Have you fucking taken a shower?
I just can't stop looking at that eye, man. I don't know what the fuck. Oh my god.
So he's so funny.
What's he looking at?
Oh, great engine, everybody.
Pretty
Holy
flat textures too. I mean,
yeah,
I
but
feel
you know,
like
with
Fallout
Todd
4
Howard,
might
though,
look better than
fucking
this.
before Fallout 76, before that press conference, though, that was the peak of when everybody like knew like the lies and everybody and was about done with him. But then he had a good enough press conference and everything. It said all the right things at Bethesda's themes for 76 and Starfield and Skyrim that everybody was like, okay, one last chance. You know what? I'm back to being a Todd Howard fan. And then it releases like, okay, done. It's like now he's just
We're
retire.
doing something that's never been done before.
just retire, buddy. You're done now. There's no getting out of that fucking deep hole, especially after this.
But like, I feel like the character models in like Fallout 4. look better
That
than
character looks like she's fucking high.
Yeah, but even her skin tone doesn't look quite right.
Looks
It
like
looks
she's
flat.
like fucking being held at gunpoint, wants to get out of this game.
Like, where's the pores on her face? Like, I feel like we might be spoiled by like graphics in games now, like where you actually like see like the pores on people's faces. Like, so when I see the smooth character models, like it's an action figure. That's where I start to be like, oh,
it's like, again, graphics aren't anything. Like
They're not anything.
you can see that
I'm
like
being
the
spoiled,
face,
for sure.
like the talk and the face, like you know, motion is like well done, like improved at least, and it's not like shitty like BioWare.
Oh,
So again, I would be fine with all this. Give it a 3 pass because you know graphics aren't everything. It's all about the RPG elements in a game like this.
Oh yeah.
Again, I just don't.
But even like Bethesda has a really bad habit of making like fake RPGs.
Yeah, exactly.
Another-
It's like I don't trust them with this, and what I've seen so far with what they've showed, I don't think that's going to be good either.
And like what I mean by like fake RPGs is like they say it's open, you could do whatever you want, but like Fallout 4, it is a linear path. Like you could only go one path. to that
I
game.
love that
Like,
video. Do what you
Yeah.
want, border. What?
Yeah. So, yeah, invisible walls.
We
everywhere.
need to react to that fucking Crow Cat video again. Holy fuck.
You can't do things that are like, you know, out of your level
Mhm.
and expect to fucking finish it. Like, it's bad. It's bad. There's always one certain way to really play that game and beat it, really. If you want to have a good experience. But that fucking the eye again, it's like legit. Like it's not looking at the character.
Mhm.
It's what the hell? Unless that's her character. I don't know.
So,
You found something. Did you see his lips right there? Can we go back here? Can we go- Look at this guy's lips.
A new guy found it.
What? I don't know.
That guy's trying to do like Dwayne Johnson, the eyebrow thing.
That's crazy.
If we can find more, we can unlock their secrets.
Beautiful, isn't it? The man who sold the
And this just reminds me of Anthem. The dialogue and everything just fucking kill me.
Is full of groups with other priorities.
And I was reading somewhere online that the frame rate problems is not because of the strain. It's like this thing actually has frame rate problems.
Yeah. And
Very
it's just the
shocking.
world building in this, like all the groups they're showing us right now, all the characters, the factions, the jobs. It's not interesting. It fucking bores me to death. What we're hearing.
No one quits.
I know, right? Can you imagine playing 100 hours of this? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's boring to me. It's like, and then you like go through the old development history and the videos and the streams of what we've seen so far of like Beyond Good and Evil 2 right now. It's just so much more fucking interesting. I could play that game for like 50,000 hours from what they've said and shown.
Right.
It's not even out yet, and it might be in development hell for all we know. And fucking No Man's Sky and all that, like
Yeah, this is very No Man's Sky with the fucking the
it's
monolith
all-
thing. Like we go back here, you'll see like a little monolith. This thing, this is very No Man's Sky monolith thing.
It's
you
just
gotta
like
find.
nothing is interesting. Like Outer Worlds did a far better job with like the faction, like the people, and
the story.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they didn't show us the creatures, basically. It's another thing.
It's not our story. It's the story you create.
It's a story you create.
Yeah, you
Bullshit.
do it. Fix our
Bullshit.
game. Fix our game.
We can do whatever we want, right? Oh, bullshit, man. I'm calling bullshit right now.
Oh, and look at this character model shit. They just showcase how bad it looks.
Look, you can do whatever you want.
This looks so bad. Look at that fucking hair.
You want a fat bitch or you want a skinny bitch?
Oh, definitely want a fat one. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, big old round girl.
No, round man. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, big old fat man. I'll call him fat bastard. They're from Austin Powers.
Bastard.
There are optional traits, and these come with unique advantages and disadvantages.
Oh yeah.
But it's not just in how you can look, but in how your character plays.
That's pretty much
and
all you could do, really. As far as customization goes. Oh, the skill tree. Yeah, of
Yeah, the
course.
skill tree, the out-of-date skill tree from all of our favorite fucking Bethesda games.
Love it. What's the innovation, man? It's like, oh, I'm like,
And they're like, oh, you can pick like 3 skill things that will affect you a lot in the game. It'll how you interact and everything. No, it won't. Fuck off.
and you'll
It'll
probably be
barely
able to
have any
change them
effect.
anytime you want, too.
Yes, it will barely have any fucking effect.
Yeah.
It's like the cyberpunk shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've seen a bit of enemies there, the boring ones.
And this was another moment where I'm like, oh wow, No Man's Sky. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's like No Man's Sky can do this as well, just as well.
It even looks like the bases from No Man, like the round,
Yes,
round bases.
and
It
people are
looks
like, this can be more in depth though, like the Fallout 4 building, and it has, it's better graphically. It's like, but again, with how out of date the engine is, though, it's just the No Man's
It's just
Sky
even
thing
gonna
just looks
work.
better,
it's gonna be glitchy as fuck.
and
those
you can
first
do
few
more with it probably than in fucking Fallout with like, and what you can do with like the landscape and everything
Mm.
in No Man's Sky. Unlike this, it's like.
And
you can hire characters you
they're gonna talk about planets here in a second, which another thing I'm not buying for a second.
That's not all.
Mhm.
Oh, you can customize your ship. So can I customize it to make it look like the Firefly from the Firefly show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Can I do that?
it's like does No Man's Sky have this? Yes or no?
I'm pretty sure they do, but or they
Because-
might. You could just buy your ships or something.
Yeah,
but-
like because I don't remember if you can customize it. But I think they might just have like a bunch of versions. But either way, whether you can or not, like
you can, but like in No Man's Sky, they have so many ships. It's
yeah,
like,
there's so
it's
many
whatever you
versions.
can
It's like
think
it
of, they
doesn't
have it.
matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
And
all
even if they don't
generated.
have customizing like ships yet, I'm sure they will in the future. Like they make a billion updates with so many things.
I could have swore they had something customizable.
Yeah,
for
I'm
ships,
sure
though.
they do by now. But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like
But yeah, the outposting is really like, oh my god, it's like just like, oh, beautiful ships.
It's not just how the ship looks engines to
Oh, yeah.
shields to weapon systems, because yes, you can fly it.
Oh wow! Can I
They
go
fly
surface
now?
to air?
They fly now?
Do they fly? These ships fly? I thought they were just water
Oh
ships.
shit! they fly now.
Is it surface to space
Holy
like No
fuck.
Man's Sky? Probably not. I bet
Uh,
there's a loading screen. Every
And
time.
look, even if a lot of the planets are literally just like kind of empty voids and like resource basically,
Which I'm
just
betting,
with some
yeah.
enemies, yes, that would be fine. You see, that's fine to have like a lot of planets like that in a solar system in a universe, and since that would be realistic, but as long as you make it interesting in that way. But with like what they showed us, I highly doubt it. And if you look at like what they're doing in Beyond Good and Evil, and with like the climate effects and everything on those meaningless planets in their ginormous solar system that looks even like way bigger than this, 1,000 times bigger, they actually make it interesting. The pointless like time spent in planets where I'd want to. This just like no, it's just empty void.
Yeah, could you
Lifeless.
make space look any less interesting?
And make it look any less
Space,
fucking
dude.
lifeless.
Look at this. Like it's not like it's gray, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, space is already fucking empty enough, and they somehow make it more empty.
Like, ooh, Saturn.
Nice.
Oh, it just looks so bland. I don't know.
Yeah, there's just gonna be a fucking like Easter egg of like Earth, and it's just gonna be like destroyed.
Right? It's gonna be cracked in half.
Oh yeah.
But like, where's the colors? I don't know. I just feel like space should be a little bit more interesting to look at than a dark void here. Like, there we go. Here's some colors here. We got Red Planet. You know?
Oh god. It's like, okay, the space exploration can be cool, but again, I look at other games like No Man's Skies and
it looks so much better in No Man's
Beyond
Sky.
Good and Evils, like it looks better. So, might not be like as like detailed graphically No Man's Sky, but it looks better it looks more fun to like fly around.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the stuff with the asteroids is kind of cool, but
Now I bet they're gonna polish it up for sure. For sure.
it
But this
comes
is
out
coming
pretty
next year?
damn soon. But
Can't wait for all of you to experience the game. Thanks again for being with us.
Did he
today.
mention the
Thanks
planets
for
yet?
all the support you've given
Yeah.
us over the decades, especially on this game. It's been an incredible journey. for us
Incredible
making
journey.
It, but we know
You're gonna love Fallout 76.
when all of you play it, that the real journey begins. And you may be wondering,
yeah, it's right here.
how big is this
Yeah.
game? So we thought we'd
Listen
take
to
one
what he
last
says
moment
here. This is
and
ridiculous.
show you.
It's
Yeah,
gonna-
and just one last spit in the face, by the way, is that you expect, okay, at least this is coming out this year. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, it's delayed. It's like, fuck me.
Listen to what he says here about these planets. You can land on these planets.
Fucking Elden Ring came out earlier than this. Compared
can-
to 2.
You can land and explore anywhere on the planet. That's what I'm calling bullshit. Because you see here it says New Atlantis, and it's like he has this cursor. You're telling me I could just like plop my cursor anywhere and I can
Yeah,
land there.
I doubt it. I feel
Bullshit.
you have to like,
Yeah.
but yeah, you have to explore certain places first.
Yeah, it's gonna be like other diamonds like this that show you little areas you could go to. It's not like you could just go anywhere you want. You know what I'm saying? You can just fly
It's
anywhere.
not just this planet. It's all the planets in the system.
All 10 of them in the
From
system.
barren but resource-heavy ice balls to Goldilocks planets with life. And not just this system, but
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so they're
7,
like
8,
so
9, 10.
there's that planet, and it's then in this solar system. It's just a small part of this solar system, and then a small part of this galaxy. And it's like, okay, we already saw that showcased in Beyond Good and Evil's game coming up, and and No Man's Sky, and it looks, and they're both way bigger than this.
Yeah, I'm hoping Beyond
and,
Good and Evil.
and way more detailed.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm hoping we
want
just
that
have
game
Beyond
better
Good and Evil.
fucking come out. If Ubisoft cancels that, I'm gonna fucking jump out like a 50-story building. I've been waiting for that game like fucking 20 years now, all my life. Like
Dude,
it makes Half-Life 3 look like fucking children's playground. Fuck.
Hey, I'm totally not buying. You could just walk around the whole planet and just explore it however you want. There's going to be invisible walls. There's going to be areas you just can't go to. It's only going to be select areas on these planets you can go to for sure.
Holy fuck!
I mean,
Just
if you can,
compare.
then I mean that's a different thing. But like, there's just no way, man.
Okay, I mean, some of like the craters there look kind of cool, but fuck. Again, the other space games have it too. Whatever.
That's the same animation over and over. This is how boring this game's going to be. Look at the takeoff animation. It's going to be the same over and over. That's what they're showing you. It's going to be the same thing
Like,
over and
holy
over.
fuck.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're showing you that.
There are some bits and pieces I can see at moments in the trailer where some of the exploration or whatever and landscape can kind of seem cool, but they did not do a good job showing it off. And again, just the others did it better. Just holy fuck.
And that's why I call it a disaster, because that's supposed to be like your big game. That's supposed to be like the thing that's selling the console is this fucking Starfield. I don't know, man. Like I see a lot of people
I
on
just
Twitter.
feel like space should be a little more interesting to look than a dark
Right?
void. Well, here's the thing: even the dark void, the thing is though, like some people might be memeing, well, space is a dark void.
It doesn't look gray and shit.
Yeah, even with it being actually being a dark void. Okay, first off, it's a video game. You can make it interesting and still
Yeah.
realistic. Like we don't know what's out there, so it's a dark void in some places, but other places no, and it does. But even as a dark void, it doesn't look good. It doesn't
And
look good.
there
As
are
a dark
nebulas
void.
that have color. There are like space clouds and stuff that have color to them.
I'm cool with like parts being like a dark void. Honestly, what could have been cool, they could have made it like really like you could barely even see your own ship at parts in the game.
Oh yeah, because you're on the dark side of the moon or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's
It's
like-
blocking the sun, so it's like
Yeah,
pitch
sort of
black.
like Subnautica when you go deep down.
But like, look, it's just like this hazy, like white grayness that's over everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it's not. It's just like a cloud, like they're in a gray cloud
Yep.
type thing.
This just doesn't look good.
I'm not feeling it. I'm definitely not feeling
And
it.
again, this just isn't my type of game anyway, and they didn't do a good job of like making me want to play it. Like if it's on eventually it just stays on Game Pass for like months, then I'll eventually try it out. But if it's only on there for like a couple days and then gone or doesn't, then I'm
It is
not
a Game
going
Pass
to.
game right here. What does it say?
Yeah, well, it says
What does
like
it say?
it's at least day
Right here.
one on Game Pass. I don't know if it's like stays on there for a
I don't know if
while.
it's-
This one,
Yeah, but it's definitely gonna be Game Pass. So there you go. You got
Yeah.
a PC. You got it for $15. you don't have to pay $70 for
Jesus
this game that has
Christ.
1,000 planets in it. You don't have to pay $70.
Well, I like again. That's just the real kicker. 2020. They delay it till 2023. This is with how
December.
with how iffy. Yes, December as well.
Probably. No, just 2023. I'm just
I
guessing
know.
it's December. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be hilarious because then it's at the 2024 Game Awards, which means it would compete against 2 years later. Has no chance. But holy fuck, that's just a real kicker though. With how iffy this already looks, just from their showcase here, and how kind of disappointing. Like you can just be like, okay, well at least it's coming out this year now. Finally, nope, another year. Now it's going to be in another year, which is considered to be an extremely stacked year apparently, and with even more like technologically advanced games. Elden Ring, that fucking masterpiece, insane game, came out before fucking Starfield. What we saw, that is pathetic.
Yeah, dude, Elden Ring just like visually looks way better than anything in the Starfield
Mhm.
thing, which
Yep,
is shocking.
all the creatures look way more interesting. Even just the fucking giant lobster looks more interesting than any creature we saw in this.
And I was really hoping Starfield would be like good. Like I was really hoping that
I knew
Bethesda
it
was gonna,
wouldn't,
bounce
though.
back.
I knew.
Yeah.
I knew it had because, and also in order for this to work more, it has to be more flexible. That's not Bethesda Studios games are not as flexible when it comes to like the feel of it. It's like you need that more for a space game.
Yeah. And what was that game? No Man's Sky was made by 12 people. 12
Mhm.
people. This
And
game's made by 300 people.
6 at first as well. 6 and then increased to 12 like halfway through.
Yeah, they doubled their production size. Now we
Holy
have
fuck.
12 people. It's unbelievable. The Starfield was made easily by 300 plus people. Easily. And still, Woof.
Holy fuck! This. So again, let's go through the fucking what was shown again. Let's see. Let's count out what games were actually pretty good. Holy fuck!
I definitely like that. I'm still thinking about that. What was it? The High on Life thing? Yeah, let's pull it up here.
Yeah, I mean, do you have like the article again?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's go from like the top to bottom again. Let's just count out like what noteworthy ones there. Yeah, Redfall at least surpassed my expectations, but it didn't like blow me away. But yeah, I mean, it's good enough multiplayer game. But
yeah, all the way up to the top.
Yeah, there's the first 3 games. Yeah, A Plague Tale Requiem we can half count. Just because, like, yeah, it looks amazing, but we kind of already seen it, so.
Yeah. So like Redfall,
It's like, okay.
How many things? Redfall, High on Life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things got
Hollow
low.
Knight thing, and then
Hollow
that
Knight.
Plague Tale, so
Plague
half
Tale.
a point, kind of. Forza,
I'll count Hollow Knight and Plague Tale as 1 point. That's one solid point.
Oh yeah, because Hollow Knight's a DLC. Yeah. Yeah, and then
So
Forza like half a point because it looks amazing as per usual with that series, but
that's Forza though.
But
That's
but
nothing
we
new.
got a Forza game every year, so it's just like
Nothing
traditional
original,
thing.
really.
Yeah,
Flight
it's
Simulator.
nothing to like go crazy about or give them like fucking a billion brownie points for because we get a Forza game every year basically.
So Forza Flight Simulator, I'll count that as another point. What are we at? 5 points. Overwatch 2. I'm
Flight
not giving you shit
Simulator
for
is
that.
just a DLC. The game's already been out, so
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm not
like
giving you shit
that.
for. Yeah.
Fuck
I give them shit
Overwatch.
for Overwatch. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm at like 3.5 points right now. Aura, it's like
R is a Civilization ripoff.
Yeah,
I'm not giving you points for that.
it's just like whatever. It's fine. I'm not giving any points, so it's just a whatever announcement.
Elder Scrolls Online.
No, and then
No.
Fallout 76. Fuck off. I'm not
No.
gonna play your game. Stop updating it.
Yeah. The Hot Wheels for Forza, of course.
It's like, again another DLC. We've gone. This is like the 6th DLC in a row now.
Arc 2 with Vin
Again,
Diesel.
we've already seen that, and this is like another cinematic trailer. It's a CGI. We have seen nothing.
Scorn finally
Scorn,
coming
again,
out.
a game we've already seen a billion times.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's finally coming out. That's
so no points there. We've already seen that.
I'll give you a point for Fitlock because it's an original IP.
Yeah,
That's what I'll give you a point
at least. But it's not my type of thing. But yeah,
it's a new thing. It's a Minecraft Legends. Fuck you. That Lightyear Frontier. No, I don't know.
Whatever. It's like whatever.
Gunfire Reborn. No.
Seriously, like why couldn't we just get more games like that at least? I would have much rather just a bunch of indie games like that, or like fucking.
The Benedict looks all right. Benedict Fox looked all right.
Yeah.
The Dust Falls. For all the indie games, we'll give you a solid point. For all because they are just little indie games you're gonna beat in a couple hours.
Yeah, well,
anyway.
I mean, indie games, whatever, better
Like
than
these-
these AAA games
know.
nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know what Blade Point was. What was Blade Point? I don't know.
It's
what
not
it
like
was.
60-player multiplayer samurai type game, ninja game or whatever.
I
It's
know.
like whatever. It's already been out though, so kind of. So
The Tenements. Did you see? You liked it? You like that? I know.
yeah, I mean, it's
It
a
looks
solid
crappy.
looking Obsidian indie games. Like
I like this more Obsidian one more. This Grounded. This
yeah, but again, it's like it's literally just an announcement, just saying, hey, so the full
It's not-
game's coming out now in September after like the 3 years in beta.
Oh,
Yep, nothing more. Bye. It's
with
like,
a
okay.
story mode.
It's like
story mode.
God, it's like over half of this conference is just DLCs and shit.
Oh yeah. You like this Assassin's Creed one?
Well, no, I said it had potential. I'm not feeling it.
You're
I'm
not
really
buying
not.
into it yet. You're not buying into it. You
Yeah.
gotta see a little bit more.
But again, this was all expected, but Microsoft was basically like the only person showing up. Them in the Summer's Games Fest, which ended up being kind of disappointing. So you would think there would at least be like more indie games they would have in their lineup, at least to show off, but no, it's basically just a bunch of DLCs almost.
Yeah. And
As I
Diablo
was-
4. I don't know how much credit I can give you for Diablo 4. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's already been fucking like showing it.
yeah.
It's like, oh, we get the last fucking like class or group or whatever. Oh, yes. Now we see more like gameplay. We already see. So I don't care. We already seen this shit. Who cares?
Sea of Thieves, more
Nice free updates.
continuation.
Yay! Customization. Yippee!
A game that's
You're-
already been out on Xbox for years. I mean, it's already been a thing for years on their thing.
It's like holy shit! It's like other press conferences. They would have DLCs for games like Sea of Thieves, and it would at least be like very hyped ones. Like they had like a story mode DLC they showed as the first one, and then the Jack Sparrow Pirates of the Caribbean one. But this one's just like, yeah. So we got some like ship customizations. Yep. Bye.
That's about it.
Yeah, it's like we got one extra weapon type. Bye. It's like we
Russ, how
painted
many
a gun
points are
blue.
we at right now? How many points are we at? 5 or 6?
Yeah, about like 6. Fuck me. That's
And how much shit has been here so far? I'm gonna count it from the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and what was this one?
I can give
The
like half
Ravenlock.
a point for that. It looks great for what it is.
I forgot what it was.
Yeah, for what it was.
25, 22.
Again, always good to have games like that, but when that's like
And-
you're near the end of the show, holy fuck.
I'll give them another half point for the Limbo guys. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I'll
play
give
it.
them half a point. So that's like 7.
All right.
And
7 out of
then-
27.
Yeah,
7 out of
there's-
27.
Say 8 now.
Mm-hmm. The
This-
Wulon? You like Wulon?
Yeah,
All right.
8.
That looked fun. A Persona? You're
And,
finally
yeah,
getting Persona. I'll give you a
I'm
half
not gonna
point.
give I'm not gonna give you points for that. Sorry. It's
7
like
and a
it's
half.
cool.
Seven-
Nah,
yeah, 7.5.
You know, if they just gave like a 1-minute trailer saying, yeah, we had the Persona games, okay, on to the next game, I would maybe give it just half a point. But no, you're not giving a point for just saying we have these games now. Now let's drag it on for 15 minutes of the show because we have like nothing to show.
You're going to get Kojima a half point?
Oh,
no,
holy
no,
fuck.
Kevin.
I mean, I can give him some fucking money. You know, he might need that after fucking what Konami did to him.
Yeah.
To buy some fucking food.
So out of the 30 things they announced, they get about 8 points. 8 points
Mhm.
are, and then you get the final Starfield.
Yes, and out of those 8 points, over half of them were stuff that was already announced.
And the other half is indie games, or
Yeah,
There's
the other
only,
half
like-
is already.
yeah. There's only like 2 full-size games I'm kind of interested in.
Oh,
and that's-
3. It's the Rick and Morty game, Redfall.
That
Kinda,
one for
even though it's more of a side thing, and then the Samurai one.
Yeah, that's about it. And Starfield, like I totally lost interest after seeing this gameplay. So they don't get
Mhm.
anything. They get -2 points for Starfield. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like honestly, there was a game. You should probably pull up the trailer for it. It's called Routine. It was the one exclusive console exclusive they showed for the Summer Games Fest, the one that Jeff Keighley did.
that's
And-
not here though. That's
Yeah,
that's-
and it's a horror. It was a horror game that was announced like a decade ago, and yeah, they showed it off there. Honestly, it was better than like the majority of the stuff here. Like if you just showed a trailer for it, you would see. It's like, why didn't you just use it for your show?
That's 25%. That's an F.
Holy fuck.
that's an F grade on this.
No,
show.
that's 20%, I believe. 8 out of 30.
Out of 32.
Oh, actually, never mind. I'm done with Matt.
I don't know, that's
Never
fine.
mind.
Whatever. It's an F. It's you get 25% on your test. That's an F.
Oh yeah.
Like wow, Starfield really turned me off of Starfield. Like I was actually looking forward to that before I saw that.
And I've been talking for like way too long and repeating the same stuff. But again, we all knew that it was going to be weak head into it because of all the things we said. But again, we expected better than this for there to at least be more multi-platform games they would show off, at least like the Summer Games Fest did. Holy fuck.
just a disappointment. Just a disappointment. All
Just whatever.
But yeah, man, thanks for joining me on this.
Oh yeah.
I've been talking for a minute about these games. Lordy Jesus.
Fuck.
I feel like they really screwed the bed with Starfield here. I feel like that.
Well, anyway, they have no excuse next year. Next year better be big.
I mean, a lot of this was 2023 stuff. Like, a lot of this was.
Well, early 2023. They all said a 12-month period, so they all come out before next E3.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, and that's why I said they were saving all the stuff for 2023. They said, like, they have Fable, they have Perfect Dark. Like, they have so many games in the work. They didn't show off this year because, again, they're saving all for 2023 that they announced, like, in 2020 and 2021.
And then those games that get announced in 2023 will come out 2024.
Yeah, there's like tons of AAA games that, like, you probably even forgot they announced. Like, again, there's the one Obsidian Entertainment game that kind of looks like Skyrim, like EWOW or whatever it's called, that they have there.
I will leave you with this shot of that pretty much sums up the conference. You got one eye staring right at you and another eye going way off to the side, just not even looking at you. Just
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? That pretty much sums up the conference. That's very funny that this guy picked that picture to sum up the conference.
Yep, this is just
it's almost good, but it's almost good. Oh God, they got a little lazy in that eye. Hilarious. All right. Well, thanks, man. It's been a good night. With this. Oh, we're High on Life. He liked that game. Watcher liked that game too. I like that game. I feel like I have all the games. That's the one I'd probably would go out my way to play. I have all of them.
Yeah, well, it's definitely the most one of the most creative ones there. But
yeah, man. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for just clicking on stream, guys. Popping in and out. And yeah, man. Let's see if Starfield's any good. I doubt it. I doubt that game's going to come out and really like take the world by storm.
Yeah, again, I'll give it a chance, but I swear to God, I'm not going to like it more than the Outer Worlds.
Right?
It's like, even if it was like a good game, the Outer Worlds is a fantastic game. I doubt it will reach that level.
Yeah, and there's going to be Outer Worlds 2 soon on Xbox exclusively,
from the start. Even most people said at best it will be like an excellent game, not an amazing one from Starfield, probably. So.
Yeah, man. Good talking to you, man. We'll see y'all later with some other video games.
Yeah, but you know what? You wanted the saddest thing ever, though. Before we go,
what? What's sad thing?
Even though there's no, they still had the best conference because basically there was nothing else. Sony didn't do anything.
Yeah, Sony showed 4 games. One of them was a remake.
Summer Games Fest was a disappointment. They showed more like AAA games and stuff, but fuck, it was a disappointment.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's just a really down year for games. We're still coming out of the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of game development got set back a lot for a lot of games.
It's like, so that's another reason, but fuck, I thought they at least had more in like the works that they could reveal. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
no excuse next year for the game industry. If it's like this next year, then holy fuck.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be. I guess we'll have to go back and play Fallout 4 until we get more games.
Yeah, Fallout. Go back and play the first Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh yeah, on PS2. Straight on PS2.
Yep. Now I'm gonna tweet at the developers saying you better release the second game, or
Why don't they remake that? Like, just give me some like modern graphics on that good Beyond Good and Evil. You don't have to change the story or anything. Just like give me some modern graphics.
If only.
Look gorgeous. I know.
No, they need to remake a game that they already got a remaster for 3 times.
Oh, it's gonna be great though. It's it looks great.
I mean,
we'll get to another.
I mean, graphically, yeah. I mean, but just I'm kind of tired with that game, and I've replayed it recently, and I don't think it. I still like it. Still holds like a special place in my heart at the time, but like I don't think it holds up as well. I do think it was kind of overhyped I think it's sort of like The Walking Dead Telltale game season 1. It just came out like the perfect time for that type of like story game with like the characters.
Those
and
Telltale
stuff.
games are really rough to play though, especially like now. Like
I seriously just think it came out at the perfect time, and with like the online YouTube culture, Let's Plays and everything with like, but whatever. Anyway, have a good day.
You have a good night, man.
Yeah,
Everybody else out there watching, you have a good night. Starfield looks like trash.
Mhm.
That was the big game. It was a total letdown, at least for me. Like that was the big moneymaker right there, man. And I don't know. I don't feel like that's gonna. I feel like it's not gonna sell well. I don't think it's gonna be this huge hit that they're expecting it to be. I don't know.
Yeah,
feel
probably
like,
not.
I'm not getting that vibe from the Twitter world with people like clowning
Nice.
on it. You know.
Oh, in an MSK recording right now backstage, he wants me to talk about Ezra Miller, so I'm gonna head out.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah. I'll see you. Go talk about that. See you, man. Y'all have a good night. That was Bethesda's press conference. I mean, Xbox Disaster Showcase. Bye-bye for now.